call that evening from my son, I knew immediately he was on the ledge. I could hear the panic and the fear in his voice. He was saying, "Dad, I don't know what to do. I can't make it stop." He had served as a combat medic in the infantry in Baghdad in the years 2006 and 7, for 15 months during the surge. And he had never really talked about what had happened, what he had done in Iraq, but he did that night. And I never really understood what it takes to make you want to take your life. But I learned that night. He said, every time I'm exhausted, I need rest. But every time I close my eyes, I'm right back there. I'm right back there with the worst day, the most horrible day of my life. These guys come home with their minds still. His worst day was being behind the truck that got hit by an IED and being the medic that had to jump into that truck and see who he could save and save that person and extract the bodies of those he could. And the person that he saved eventually, a few years later, committed suicide. They just want it to stop. And they don't know how to get a break. At PGA Hope, oh, by the way, he came down off the ledge that night. But I'm scared every time I hear my phone ring. I look to see who's calling, what the area code is. And there's a little bit of fear every time until I know who it is. At PGA Hope, we break that system. We give them a chance to get that break. We give them a chance to rest. We give them a chance to let their minds rest through golf, through being with brothers and sisters in arms that know where they've been, that have been there too. And the golf that they experience is a combination of ribbing and cheering and hugging that is like no other I've ever experienced. And when these guys bring us in as golf professionals and accept us into their family, to me it's an absolute incredible honor just to be able to serve these guys. And PGA Hope is doing so much to give these guys a reason to continue. And we have time and time again heard from our own people of why they're still alive because of PGA Hope. PGA Hope has been a home run, and I'm honored to be working with it. The family that we have here with the Carolina section is like no other either. Sometimes Jessica says my day hasn't started until I've had a phone call from Perry Green. It's usually asking something. But it's a group of people that really are family. I talk to them all the time. Kurt Battenberg has driven down from here to Charleston just to meet with some of our veterans that had questions about how we do things financially with the PGA Hope group that has grown so big. They treat us like family. We are so lucky to have a section like this, the best section in the country. And I spent 15 years in another section. It was great. It wasn't this one. I also have family that my mother and my sister flew down from Illinois to be with us today. And my sister Pam, 7-time club champion herself, she's the one that called me up at school and said, "What are you doing?" I was in the first of my 3 senior years, majoring in whatever beer happened to be on sale. There's an assistant pro job opening up here you might want to give it a try. And that was in 1976. That's how it started. My mother is also here. Pat Green, at 92 years old, is the rock. Woo! She still plays golf regularly, and then she calls me up and tells me about every shot. And then we do a lesson on the phone. But thank you so much for coming down. And Mom, you instilled in my brothers and my sister an athletic competitivism that has helped us in every aspect of life. And thank you so much, and I love you. Sitting next to her, my wife Jody, I fell in love with you when I was 13, and I don't know where I would be without you. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And you hear, we all say it's hard to be a spouse of a God. It's tough. Thank you. I get to do a cool thing now. But also with us is Bobby Medlin. Bobby is the COO of Capstone Restaurant Group, and he's our sponsor. Hardee's, Carl's Jr., Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts. Bobby's granddaughter Abigail was a student of mine, and he came on as a junior sponsor. And a cup of coffee that Bobby and I had in 2015 turned into Chip In for Veterans. And Chip In for Veterans is Bobby. It's not me. It's Bobby. He has done so much. We were able to purchase a pair of golfer, these $23,000 wholesale machines that allow golfers with no legs, without the use of their legs, to be able to enjoy the sport. For old people that just can't trust their legs anymore, for people that have had strokes, it's just an amazing vehicle. And yes, we now have 7 of them in the Charleston area at our locations because we've outgrown Westcott, and we're at Kiowa, we're at Daniel Island, we're at Stono Ferry, we're at the Joint Base Charleston, where we're serving these wonderful guys. And we have these paramobiles, and we're going to have another tournament in May, Chip In for Veterans, and through Bobby's help, we've raised, I think we're at over 300,000. But one other thing, Bobby, stand up. No, really, stand up. What we've decided to do is that with our next tournament, we're going to award a paragolfer to another PGA Hope chapter in the Carolinas. Woo! And I contacted Jessica here at the section office, and she put out some information and asked people, we want to know who needed one, who could house one, who could take care of one. We will be glad to help train you on it. But we are pleased to announce that the first recipient that we're going to award a paramobile to after our tournament in May is PGA Hope Greensboro. Bob Brooks as the lead professional. So we hope to continue to do this in the future. PGA Hope is an amazing program. If you haven't been involved with it, get involved with it. If you have the opportunity to visit a chapter that is doing something, do it. You will be inspired. It is tremendous. We do it on Fridays at Westcott, and I'm dead by Fridays, but I leave Friday at 7 o'clock when we finish PGA Hope with more energy than I started with. They're wonderful guys and ladies. Thank you so much for this award, but it's all the people that put together PGA Hope Charleston in all of our. We're adding a 6th site. It's a growing entity itself. I can't even stop it. I'm just along for the ride. So thank you so much for this award, and thank you PGA Hope for what you're doing for our wonderful heroes.